I'm Greg Shazwasti with Deepest Dream. Titus, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet
So,
you.
so yeah, so just very quick flashback. 40 years ago, I saw Round Midnight, and it's the first time I ever engaged myself in jazz. And 40 years later, I'm very passionate about that form.
Mm.
What does it feel like to know that this movie can engage people on a cinematic level, but then they can go deeper, not just with the cinema, but with your life, your art, and maybe ultimately their own life as well. That multi-layered aspect of your film. I mean, it's a navel-gazing question, but that must be a reason why you wanted to make this film, that kind of immersion.
No, it's not a navel-gazing question at all, because for me, I think that this film is not just a film, it's also an exhibition. It's a series of paintings as well. I grew up very much like what you saw in the film. So we weren't going to museums when I was young. I didn't know professional artists. That's not my experience. I didn't go to a gallery until I was much, much older. I was in my 20s or something before I'm in an art gallery. And it was in my, 30s before I met a professional artist. So I say that to say the world and the community I come from doesn't participate in museums very much, but we do watch movies. We do watch films. Films are a democratically accessible medium. Lots of people do. So the idea that I can make a body of paintings and connect those body of paintings to the film, folks will see this film and then they will see the paintings and they will be able to engage with the paintings more, and then they will be able to engage with the film more. It's like a back and forth relationship. So right now, the paintings are actually on view in LA at Gagosian Gallery, Beverly Hills, up until November 2nd. So you can have the both experiences at the same time. It's a great question.
That's amazing. So, just question on the screenwriting. Was it an easier process for you because you can spend hours upon days upon months in solitude in your studio, or
Mm.
or is the idea about the fear of solitude a cliche, So
No, I love my solitude. I'm a pretty extroverted person. What I've realized is I can be extroverted because I have so much alone time. My studio time is my alone time. And so for me, the writing process became, I don't want to say easy, but became manageable because of my studio practice. I'd wake up in the morning at 5 o'clock and I would start writing. I was writing because I wanted to find a way to tell my sons about me, about my background, about what happened when I was young. I would take my kids to school, drop them off, and when I dropped them off, I would go to the studio, and at the studio, I would paint about the things that I had been writing about in the morning. And so that was my process. Write in the morning, paint in the afternoon, and then do the same thing again the next day.
yeah. Tyrus, my final question is how are you able to handle just people sharing their lives and their and I don't know if handle's the right word, but sharing their lives and their stories with you. I mean, your experience as an artist, but what has that been like? How are you able to take all of that stuff in? Because I'm assuming something like the drone project, you get so much kind of just feedback and shared life experience. And how are you
Yeah.
able to take all that stuff in?
I mean, I think what has been beautiful about this project is I, it is a universally received film. I didn't know that that was possible. What I mean by that, not that everybody likes it, definitely not everybody likes it. They won't. Art doesn't work that way. But what I mean is for the people who connect, they come from all different walks of life. We have shown this film in Birmingham, Alabama, with the most mixed audience I've ever seen in my entire life. And I had white people, Black people, Latino people coming up to me talking about that's my father, that's my story. And to me, that is what makes it manageable. That is what makes it possible. That is what brings me so much joy about what this film has been able to do. It is making space for people to process their own experiences. I love that.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your film and your work.
Thank you.